In one of my earlier videos, I explained smart agriculture using LoRa-based soil moisture sensor. The sensor is capable of measuring the soil moisture value. It can then send the sensor data wirelessly over a LoRa radio or a wireless sensor network. But the limitation with the previous project was the sensor data can only be monitored on serial monitor. But this time, I came with a project upgradation. Instead of using serial monitor, you can observe the sensor data on WebServer Network. For this, I incorporated ESP32 and LoRa-based gateway network which has Wi-Fi accessibility. The LoRa Soil Moisture Sensor acts as a sensor node. It reads the soil moisture value in analog form after an interval of every 5 seconds or more. You can set the timing in the code part. The sensor node sends the data to gateway using the LoRa radio. The receiver is also made using ESP32 and LoRa module. The receiver collects the data from one or more sensor nodes. Then, receiver creates a local web server using the ESP32 inbuilt library function. You can access the web page using IP address that appears on the OLED display on ESP32. The web page will display the soil moisture analog data value and indicates whether the soil moisture value is good, normal, or excess. While the project is a little long, so I will explain everything in detail. So without getting any delayed, let's see this interesting tutorial.
Most of the PCB board used in most of my projects are sponsored by NextPCB. The NextPCB is one of the biggest PCB manufacturer companies in China. They offer the PCB board and PCB assembly services at the lowest affordable price. You can get trial PCB, 2-layer PCB, and 4-layer PCB with pre-PCB assembly shipping services up to a fast lead time of 24 hours. There is a special offer for you from NextPCB. Share your advice, comments on NextPCB products on your social media to participate in the lucky draw, which is 100% winning rate to receive gifts, $300 cash balance, $100 Amazon gift cards, and coupons are waiting for you to draw.
Welcome back again. Let's first see this LoRa Soil Moisture Sensor node. So this is the transmitter part that consists of the LoRa Soil Moisture Sensor and the AST10 humidity temperature sensor. This is a capacitive soil moisture sensor that is painted with waterproof paint for anti-corrosion. This is 𝗣𝗿𝗃328 microcontroller which is preloaded with Arduino Pro Mini bootloader. This is a LoRa module called RFM98 with an operating frequency of 433 MHz. The LoRa module is interfaced with the 𝗣𝗃328 controller using the SPI pins. There is already a helical antenna for the LoRa radio. Apart from that, you can use an external antenna of 1.5 dB or a higher value for maximum distance. There is a 555 trimer IC for capacitive soil moisture sensor which generates from analog voltage with variable frequency. At the back of this module, there is a slot for AAA battery. You can use a pair of AAA battery to power on this device. The device is already low powered, so it is designed to operate at low voltage with a removable battery. I purchased a pair of batteries for this module. Simply install it on the battery connector. Be careful about the battery polarity as there is no reverse polarity protection on this module. After inserting the battery, the device is powered on and ready for operation. The most important part is programming this board. So here is the UART connector port. The pins are named VCC, GND, RX, TX, and DTR. You need any USB to TTL converter module to program this board. I prefer CP2104 driver module for this application. This module is manufactured by Maker Fabs and has a simple interface. There is a voltage selection option as either 3.3 volt or as a 5 volt. This FTDI module directly fits on LoRa Soil Moisture Sensor node. Now, let's talk about the gateway. The gateway is made using ESP32 and LoRa module. This LoRa gateway is based on the MakePython ESP32 and 2-channel LoRa expansion board. This is the first board made using ESP32 Wi-Fi module. It has the same number of GPIO pins as in case of other ESP32 boards. You can see the pin mapping and details of input-output ports from SPI to I2C or even UART pins. The best part about this board is it has a 1.3-inch OLED display. This can be useful while displaying something. This is the MakePython LoRa expansion shield. The combined board contains the LoRa module RFM95W which handles the 433 MHz band. The LoRa gateway offers bandwidth options ranging from 7.8 kHz to 500 kHz, with spreading factors ranging from 6 to 12. The two LoRa gateways are used for long-distance communication in the complex environment of the city. The actual test distance reaches 2.8 kilometers. You can either use one LoRa module in a gateway or both at the same time. The GPIO pins are similar to the ESP32 boards so that the shield can be fitted perfectly on the board. You just need to combine these boards together. Hence, your long-distance LoRa gateway is ready now. You can use it as a receiver now. The official manufacturer of these boards is 𝗣𝗿𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃. You can purchase the LoRa Soil Moisture Sensor at $14.90 from this link. In case if you want the 3D casing, then you can add an extra $2 for the casing. Select the frequency band and then place the order. Similarly, here is the LoRa gateway as well. The gateway will cost you around $28.99. You don't have to buy two boards separately. Rather, you can buy them together, select your frequency and place an order. Now, let's set up the LoRa sensor node. This is the code part. You will need a LoRa Radio library. The LoRa SPI pins along with all the power pins are defined in the code. We are reading the analog value of the LoRa Soil Moisture Sensor from the code. Then, simply we are sending it to the receiver using the LoRa code. To upload this code on the board, connect the USB to TTL module with a micro USB data cable. And then connect it to the sensor node. On the other side, connect the cable to the computer. From the Tools menu, select the Arduino Pro Mini board with 3.3 volt bootloader. And then you can upload the code. After uploading the code, open the serial monitor. If everything goes fine, then LoRa Radio will initialize as OK, and it shows the preamble length along with the analog sensor value. You can map the analog sensor value to a percentage as well if you need that. My current analog sensor value is around 875, which is when the sensor is dry and exposed to air. The value goes around 520 when put in water. To test the sensor, select a suitable site. For example, you can select the garden. The garden may have a variety of soil and moisture values depending upon the season or rainy conditions. Just insert the probe of the sensor into the soil like this. Do not dig the soil. All you need is only placing the sensor. Keep the electronics part away from the wet sand as they are not waterproof. As soon as the sensor is inserted, the analog value is read by the controller. The analog sensor value rises up and may go down depending upon the availability of the soil moisture. I will like to test this sensor for a couple of weeks to really know about the performance of the sensor. I initially tested it for 3 days and so far the result has been pretty impressive. Alright, the sensor data is required to be sent to the gateway. So let's set up the gateway now. Connect the micro USB cable to the combined gateway. The gateway requires MicroPython code. To use the MicroPython code, I prefer 𝗣𝗿𝗃𝗃𝗃 IDE. From the Tools menu, select the ESP32 board and also the COM port. Initially, it will ask to load the MicroPython firmware to the board. So select the board and then address and erase the flash and select user. So there is a bin file that can be selected and used as firmware from the ESP32 MicroPython. Now the firmware will be uploaded in a minute. So once the firmware is uploaded, you then need to load many Py scripts to the ESP32 board. So load all the Py scripts to ESP32 one by one. The Py script is for the controller, Wi-Fi, LoRa module, web server, OLED display and other functionalities. Once all the scripts are loaded one by one, you can press the reset button on the ESP32 gateway. The console window will display the IP address along with the soil moisture received data. On the hardware part, you can again press the reset button. So on the OLED display, you can see the IP address of the entire board. Using this IP address, you can get the soil moisture data on the web server. Now it's time to test the device in different conditions. First, visit the IP address on your favorite web browser. So here we go, a beautiful web page from 𝗣𝗿𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. The soil sensor value is 832, means it is dry. Now put the sensor in the soil. Now you can see the soil moisture value is very good. Now remove the soil moisture sensor from the soil and put it in water. And then refresh the web page. So here we go. The data shows the soil is too wet. This is how you can monitor the soil moisture data on the web server. The written tutorial of this project along with the code and library link can be found on the How to Electronics website article. Thank you so much for watching.